Joins us now. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
Tell us about the person that you're marching for, Corporal Stewart McLaughlin.
Well, Corporal Stewart McLaughlin was a section commander with the Company 3 Power on Mount Longdon. The battle of Mount Longdon actually became the bloodiest battle in the Falklands. It was ferocious and hand-to-hand, very close quarter fighting. It became very fragmented, and Corporal McLaughlin, while there was a lot of casualties going on, and the immediate platoon commander had been shot, Corporal McLaughlin took control of the situation. He led his young soldiers, the youngest of which was 17 years old, with unbelievable leadership and example. And his own individual acts of bravery, of which there were numerous, in themselves would have warranted recognition. When the awards were finally announced several months later, it was an absolute shock to the soldiers in 3 Power that Stewart hadn't been awarded a medal.
And we missed out the crucial bit that Corporal McLaughlin lost his life in that battle. He left behind a wife, a 4-month-old child.
Yeah, he
and
did.
Despite that heroism, he wasn't on that medal list.
He wasn't on the medal list. Back then, we were serving soldiers. We didn't question things. We were young soldiers. But the company commander who met Corporal McLaughlin's father actually told him that Corporal McLaughlin was being put in, and in his words, for the highest award.
So is it a bureaucratic error that simply that wasn't followed through?
Well, the Ministry of Defence dig their heels in, and they're absolutely against retrospective awards, which really stems back from the First World War. But there's been many precedents of retrospective awards being made, and we've had numerous, particularly the family, protracted discussions with the Ministry of Defence, but they continue to dig their heels in. At their last meeting, they met Admiral Williams, who chairs the awards committee currently, and Admiral Williams acknowledged that Stewart and his actions deserved a medal, but that his hands were tied. And his advice was that the only way to get him an award was direct intervention from the Prime Minister, and hence that's why we're marching today.
And why do you particularly believe that an exception should be made in these circumstances?
In these circumstances, Corporal McLaughlin, and I witnessed it, I was there, I was his platoon sergeant, was the bravest of the brave. And individual actions, he broke cover, exposed himself, he pulled a soldier back who had been wounded. That in itself, in normal circumstances, would warrant a medal. He broke cover again to lead his men. He got the nickname Corporal Bulletproof. He took his complete section through the battle, and in the bloodiest days of the battle, hand-to-hand fighting, they were right on top of the enemy, without losing a man.
And what do you think this would mean to his family if he were to receive a retrospective award?
It would mean everything to his family, and it would mean everything to the soldiers in 3 Power. And the soldiers from 3 Power that are marching today, the Ministry of Defence say that retrospective awards will undermine a medal. It could create unfairness among other people who were there. Well, absolutely not, because the soldiers who were there are there today and fully supporting the award of Corporal McLaughlin.
John, well, thanks very much for coming in. Wish you all the best with the March Day. And do come back and let us know how your campaign has gone on.
Thank you very much.
John.